All right, cool. Okay, so I have chat on my on the Twitch app. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rank the Resident Evil games as I see fit, and we're just gonna go through with them. Okay, so first S rank goes to Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was my first entry into the series, and thanks for about right. So Resident Evil 4 was my first entry into the series, and it'll always have a very special place in my heart. So I've played Resident Evil 4 like millions of times. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm not even kidding. And I've played it a bunch, and that's why it's the first S rank. The second S rank goes to Resident Evil 2 Remake. I thought it was a... Hold on. Resident Evil 5 is coming. Hold on. Resident Evil 2 Remake made everything that the original Resident Evil 2 was, and it upped the ante like tenfold. And that is why it's like one of those, like, and I'm gonna play that again. So y'all can definitely look forward to that. And I'm gonna play that again, and we are going to definitely do with that. I think I'm gonna try and do maybe like 3 or 4 per rank. So I think the next S rank, like my favorite Resident Evil game that I love to death, and I'm going to give it to Resident Evil 5, because Resident Evil 5 is an incredibly fun co-op game that people shit on for no reason. I think Resident Evil 5 is a really fun game. You can literally jump into it and play it with your friends repeatedly, and it would still be different because you and your friends don't always play the same. So, A rank, I want to give the first A rank to Resident Evil 7, because granted, Resident Evil 7 is not perfect. Resident Evil 7 didn't have a lot of enemy variety, but the story, the characters, the first person, it all brought back the survival horror elements that Resident Evil is known for, and I really think Resident Evil 7 is a great entry into the series, especially like with the end, that it can just be whatever the hell it wants to be. And next on our list of A rank, I'm going to give it to Resident Evil. I'm going to give it to... I'm really torn. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give it to Resident Evil. A Resident Evil Remake. The original. Like, the original revamped. I never played the original Resident Evil before the remake, so Resident Evil, the remake, was beautifully done. It was more of like a remaster than a remake. For me, a remaster is upping the graphics of an already established product. A remake is you literally, like it says, remaking the game. So that's something that I think deserves a really big spot into it. And then next, I want to give another A rank to the original Resident Evil 2. The original Resident Evil 2, and this is hard because I was really bouncing back between 2 and 3, but the original Resident Evil 2 was fun. I wish they would bring it back, but from what I remember, I really did have a lot of fun with it, and I really do want to give respect to Resident Evil 2, the original, because without that, we wouldn't have had an amazing Resident Evil 2 remake, and I really hope that Capcom brings Resident Evil 2, even if they wanted to do Resident Evil 2 and 3 like how Resident Evil looks, that'd be fine, and I would really like and appreciate what they can do with that. Now, next for the B rank, I'm going to give it to the original Resident Evil 3. No disrespect to Resident Evil 3. I love the hell out of it. And again, without this, there would be no Resident Evil 3 remake. Speaking of which, where is Resident Evil 3 remake in this list? Wait, where's Resident Evil 3 on this list? Okay. Wait, that's Mercenaries, that's 0, that's Outbreak File 2. Operation Raccoon City, Gun Survivor Revelations, the original Resident Evil, Code Veronica 6, Umbrella Corps. What is this? Which box art is this? Okay, so... Alright, wait. Okay, so... Alright, I don't know where Resident Evil 3 Remake is. So... Okay. I don't know where Resident Evil 3 Remake is, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Resident Evil 3 Remake in the A rank next to Resident Evil. But... let's just say Resident Evil 3 is both. Resident Evil 3 Remake and the original Resident Evil 3. And next for the B ranks, I'm gonna go with... Resident Evil Revelations 2. Granted, it was an episodic game, so that kind of hurt it, because Capcom always tries to do this where they try to copy what other successes other game companies have. Like, they came out with Operation Raccoon City because they wanted the Call of Duty audience, and they came out with Resident Evil Revelations 2 episodic because of the huge success of the Telltale games. But it was still a really fun game that I had a lot of fun with. It was Claire and Barry's daughter, and then it was Barry and this little girl, and then you find out a bunch of stuff about the Wesker family, and it was a really fun thing, and I really did enjoy it. And next up on my B ranks, I'm gonna give it to Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles for the Wii, because that game is extremely fun to play with friends, and it sucks that it's so heavy reliant on the Wii controls, because they can't really bring that game back. They could bring it back for the Switch, but it'd be awkward to do. But I still had a lot of fun with Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. So now we're going down to the C ranks. C rank, we're going to start with Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Despite what people said about it, I had a lot of fun with the game. I love the concept of it, and I thought it was really fun because you play as one of the you basically play as Hunk and his team, and the whole premise of that game was for you to have fun. I think people kind of maybe took it too seriously. Umbrella Chronicles is super fun, have it on PS3, right, Tempest? Exactly. It's a really fun game, and I think people shit on it way too hard, and I think that it does a lot of good things more than it does bad things. Like, it's not canon because you have the choice of killing Claire or Leon. So essentially everybody killed Claire because it was like, this was about the time Resident Evil 4 came out. So it's like, if you kill Leon, then Resident Evil 4 doesn't happen. So that's pretty much what's going to happen with that. The only other one of these that I've played where I can give it another ranking is Resident Evil 0. But I'm going to put Resident Evil 0 in... I don't know if I should put it in the E rank or in the F rank, because it's not a complete failure, but it just misses the mark. So I'm going to put Resident Evil 0 in the E rank. I'm going to put Resident Evil 0 in the E rank because it's fun, but it misses the mark on a lot of things. Like, the item dropping is the stupidest thing that I have ever seen them do. That is the stupidest mechanic. Instead of having the universal item boxes, they force you to drop your items in random places, which makes you have to backtrack back and forth. I literally spent I literally spent a lot of time dropping my items because we had gone to a brand new area. I kept going back to the mansion to pick up important items, drag them all the way back to the new area, and doing that shit two or three times. No fucking thank you. No fucking thank you at fucking all. So, and the partner system is really weird because it's awkward, but I love Billy and Rebecca, and it's a shame that Resident Evil 0 is really trying to find its fucking footing because it's canon, but it's not canon because they never bring up the fact that Rebecca was holding it down, fighting her own tyrant before Resident Evil came out, where she was completely useless. So I don't know. It's just it's fucking weird. And Resident Evil 6, I'm putting Resident Evil 6 in this same category because the only saving grace of Resident Evil 6 is Leon's story and Ada's story. Chris's campaign is Call of Duty. And again, Capcom is really trying to get the Call of Duty audience, and that sucks because Resident Evil 5's success meant that they had to do more action stuff, and Jake and Sherry's campaign was fucking dumb. Like, I shit you not, guys. The only reason I opened Resident Evil 6 was because I was having company over, and he really wanted to play. And I was like, okay, you play this shit then, but I'm gonna just watch you. And no. So, like Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 6 misses the mark on a lot of things, and that's just something that I just, same thing. Speaking of missing the mark, Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles was really fucking agreed, right? Darkside Chronicles was another fun game for the Wii, but its problem was the camera angles, and the camera would always be so sporadic, and it would really just be like, okay, bruh, relax. Like, bruh, calm down. Like, I need you to calm yourself, because this is something that you haven't done, and it's just like, alright guys, but that's what happened. I really hope that it saves the name I put. Okay, good. And I haven't played Code Veronica, but I have it. I have not played, I didn't play Outbreak Files 1 and 2. I didn't play either one. I didn't play Revelations, the first one. Never played Gaiden. Never played that shit. Never played the Resident Evil Dead Aim. I never played whichever one this is because I don't know which one this is. And I really don't know which one that is. Umbrella Corps, I never played it. Don't want to. It's another COD game that Capcom really desperately wanted to do. Never played the original Resident Evil, but I have it. Resident Evil Gun Survivor, never played it. Don't have it. Resident Evil Mercenaries, I did play it, but I don't want to put it in a category because it was essentially Mercenaries. And Resident Evil 4 and 5 have Mercenaries, so the fact that they wanted to make this on the 3DS boggles my fucking mind. But I don't know. It was just weird. So just to go through, S rank for me is Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 5, and A rank is Resident Evil 3 Remake / Resident Evil 3. Revelation is really fun, but so clearly a DS game brought to console. Yeah, exactly, Tempest. Dead ass. Because they didn't really... I haven't played it, but it was a DS game that was ported to console instead of a game that was on the DS, but reworked for console, if that makes sense. You spend all this time porting the game's controls over to console, but they don't have any of those. They don't have any of those, like, controls on it, and you have to take pictures of shit? Come on now. Capcom dead ass copied Pokemon Snap with fucking zombies. Resident Evil 7, the Resident Evil Remaster. My B ranks are Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Revelations 2, and Umbrella Chronicles. My C rank is Operation Raccoon City. There's more games I haven't played, so my D rank isn't really, my D rank is whatever, but my E rank is essentially like, E is you missed the mark, and it was really sad because these games really had a lot of potential, especially Resident Evil 0. Like, if they were going to do Resident Evil 0 again, they should add universal item boxes to Resident Evil 0, and that's one of its major problems fixed. If they were to bring the universal item boxes into Resident Evil 0, into a brand new one, if they wanted to patch it in or whatever the fuck, that would fix its major problem right there, because that's its hugest problem. The lack of item boxes, the fact that you had to make me backtrack so far is one thing that could fix this game. Like, if they were going to do a Super Resident Evil collection, then they should remaster 2 and 3, put that on consoles. And I don't understand why Capcom hasn't been doing that, because modders do it. There's a Resident Evil 2 and 3 remaster that looks like Resident Evil 1 remastered. So the fact that Capcom don't just want to throw a couple $100,000, I'm not sure how much money that works, but if y'all don't want to throw a couple $100,000 at these people to make you a brand new Resident Evil 2, 3 remaster in the same graphics engine as Resident Evil 1 remaster, and just make y'all a lot of money. I don't know. That sounds a little petty, but that's cool. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, I had a lot of fun with, and I really enjoyed it. And these three are just down here, and I haven't played these yet. So, those are my Resident Evil rankings. That was a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun for you guys. Wonder if I can save it. Oh, log in. Fuck you. I'll just screenshot it then. I did that wrong. No. Good. We screenshotted it. Real good. Okay, so that was actually really good. I have to remember this for next stream. Whenever you guys want me to like look at something, I'll just put something on my phone. Okay, so that was display capture. Okay, so now we're back to me.